Joni, big game when I look at West. I know it's early, but when you look, you only got 2 games left before you start conference play, and I see West Virginia is in Charlie Cream's bracketology, and of course that's why you talked before about playing these type of games.
Yeah.
And you played them last year. So just talk about in general what this game could or it does mean to you, your team right now. You feel.
Well, for us, it's the next game on our schedule. Obviously, they're very, very good. They are a team that's going to really show us where we are. They're elite defensively. They're elite offensively. They've got talented guards. They've got talented forwards, and they do what they do really, really well. They've played a really good schedule, so they're going to come in being battle tested. And so it's going to let us know where we are offensively and defensively. I think this is going to be one of those games when you talk about bracketology. This is going to be a game similar to what we told our players with Kansas State. Like, this is going to be a game that in March the selection committee is going to look at. And so we've got to make sure we come in and we're locked in and ready to go. But the biggest conversation for our team in the film session and practice is this is the next game on our schedule to be able to continue to get ready to do what we need to do to evolve as a team and get better.
You mentioned the similar styles. Of course, I'm a guy just looked at the stats. When I look at the turnovers,
Yeah.
they force, but they also have turnovers. And last year, that was kind of, one quarter
Yeah.
did you guys in. So people don't change their styles just like you're on defense. So how do you feel? Is that the number one deal going to be? If you're going to look at the turnovers and who scores off those when you look at the matchups?
They are excellent in live ball turnovers and using that to fuel their offense. We had a terrible third quarter against them. If I'm being completely honest, I think they kept us on our heels most of the night. But the third quarter, they came out and really jumped us. I think it was 27-7 if you go back and look at last year. And that was the game. We've got to handle their pressure. We've got to be able to have more than one person handle their pressure. And the biggest thing we talk about against teams like West Virginia who press and who are fueled and use their defense to turn it into offense and to get them going is our turnovers, when we have them, they cannot be live ball turnovers. They cannot be turnovers that lead to points for them. It's got to be a turnover going out of bounds or a turnover going out of bounds this way or to the sideline or a held ball. It cannot be a tipped pass for a layup. It cannot be you brought it down the sideline, they trapped you, and on the out, it's a soft pass on reversal that leads to 2 points for them. And so it is the type of turnover that is just as important as the amount of turnovers. Are we going to turn it over some against them Sunday? It would be great to have 0, right? We're going to turn it over some. It's the type of turnover that's really important.
So how do you match up otherwise? Because I see like their they look like they have top 4 scores are definitely kind of
Yeah.
key them. So I don't know. Without the turnovers, do they go inside a lot? Or, what's
They're a mixed bag. I mean, they're led in scoring by guards, but they also have Tremont Wheeler as a forward is really, really good. She has a great face-up game. She has a great back-to-the-basket game. Zia Cook has been playing extremely well for them. She leads them in scoring. They've got an elite shooter in Sydney Shaw. Harrison's good. I mean, everybody they put on the floor has the ability. I think they've got, 4 or 5 in double figures, so it could be anybody's night on any given night. They're really balanced.
And I touched on your players. What about the pluses and minuses of one game a week? And I guess you guys are probably dealing with
Finals,
and
yeah.
that had a lot to do with it. You'd like them not, having a game maybe necessary to focus on for a few days and get the grades out of the way?
Well, I think it's both. I mean, you always want to keep playing when you're in a role, but I think it's been good for them to focus on their academics. Obviously, classes are really strenuous here. They're in some really hard classes, and so it gave them a chance to focus on that and rest their bodies. I thought we did a really good job with the cadence we had of being off, of balancing like when to mimic a game like practice versus get some shots up, work on our offense. So I was pleased with how we handled the time we had off. I would have loved to have played a game.
Now, you also talked last time, if I'm mistaken, about limitations or off some of your players, whatever. So I assume you're taking another step with a week. You've got maybe more players available for more minutes and be able to use your depth a lot more. You're smiling, so maybe that was the wrong question.
No. I mean, we still have players I was hoping to not have any limitations at all at this point, but that's not the case. So we still have some players who are under minute restriction. We do, but it's moving in the right direction. So the smile was because at this point I was hoping to not have anybody still have restrictions, but we do have some players still who have some restrictions.
You gonna share how many or who or not?
Jordan Webster is still on minute restriction. Vanessa Seydoux is still on minute restriction. So, yeah.
I guess that's all I would ask, is unless you want to talk about your, your deal coming up Saturday or whatever.
The bike build, right. So this will be our 4th annual bike build. It is an opportunity for us to provide bikes for children in the Brazos Valley and in the surrounding area. We've given over 300 bikes away since we've been here. If we add our time at Georgia, this was something that Andy Lander started that I have continued. So if we add our time at Georgia, we've given away over 2,000 bikes. We raise money. The Fast Break Club donates money. Our season ticket holders donate money. Beyond basketball members donate money. Anybody who wants to donate can donate to the bike build. And then we actually go buy the bikes in boxes. And so tomorrow at 2:00 with our Fast Break Club, we will build bikes. And it is such a fun thing to see. If you haven't come, it is just to see our players like figure out how to build a bike. That's a life skill. It's a life skill. And so, and then we've had the opportunity over the years, our players have seen those organizations come and pick up bikes. And sometimes the kids are with them and sometimes they're not. But to see their faces when they receive bikes and to know that now we have not saved Christmas, but we have contributed in some way to making someone have a special moment they can remember on Christmas Day is just, it's a great reminder. This is part of our job also, right? To give back, to see a need that's in the community, to address it. It's one of our core values, obviously at Texas A&M, but in our program too. So it's something that's really, really near and dear to our heart. Our players enjoy it. I'm especially excited with the team that we have and the personalities we have this year to see what tomorrow looks like.
Just real quick, Joni, it's a little bit off topic. You guys seem like as tight as you can be as far as head coaches around Texas A&M. As much as you guys can kind of stay in touch. What's it like to see, Mike and the CFP and Jamie going for the Sweet 16 tonight? And then you get that cross support. When you're playing, they'll come and watch as well. What's that been like?
It's been amazing. I was talking about this earlier on the radio. Like just when we sit in head coaches meetings, when you look around and you just rattle off, not even all, but just some of the accomplishments and the accolades of the people sitting in the room, like it's just impressive. I mean, sure, we're talking about Coach Elko and Jamie right now, but I'm sitting next to Trisha Ford, who's going to go be an Olympic coach in a couple of years, right? In the camaraderie we have, there's never been a time that we've asked anything of each other where we didn't respond and help each other out. But Coach Elko, to watch what he's done, I've spoken on it several times. It's incredible to watch. It's motivating to watch the way that he makes himself available for all of us when he doesn't have to, when he probably doesn't have time to. You talk about leading from the front. And then Jamie is someone who I have great respect for. And when he was hired here and we read what he did with USA volleyball, and I was like, oh, wow, this is going to be incredible. And for him to turn that program around in such a short period of time the way he has, it's just been really, really incredible to see. So for both of them to host at home, we're pulling for them at Nebraska tonight. And obviously next week we're going to get to have another home game, and to see football chase a national championship has been really fun to watch.